The Undertaker is one of the most famous wrestlers in the world. His real name is Mark Calloway. He was born in Texas, USA, in 1965. People know him as a tall, strong man with a scary look. He wore black clothes, a big hat, and walked slowly to the ring. When the lights went out and the bell rang, everyone knew the Undertaker was coming. He was different from other wrestlers. He was like a character from a movie, and fans loved it. The Undertaker started wrestling in 1984, but he joined WWE in 1990. From the first day, people were amazed by him. He didn't talk much, but his presence was very powerful. He became a legend in wrestling because of his unique style and personality. He was brave, focused, and never gave up. His nickname was the Dead Man, because he looked like he came back from the dead. Many young fans looked up to the Undertaker. He showed that you can become great if you work hard and believe in yourself. He was always ready to fight, even when he was tired or hurt. He gave his best in every match. He became known for his WrestleMania matches. WrestleMania is the biggest event in wrestling. The Undertaker won 21 matches in a row at this event. This became known as the Streak, and it was a big part of his success. The Undertaker was also respected by other wrestlers. He helped younger wrestlers grow. He taught them to be strong, kind, and respectful. Even when he played a scary character, in real life he was wise and humble. Many wrestlers say The Undertaker is like a teacher and a leader. His journey was not easy. He had many injuries, and sometimes he wanted to stop. But he always came back. He said he wanted to give the fans something special every time. His love for the sport and the people kept him going for over 30 years. That is a very long time in wrestling. The Undertaker retired in 2020. His last match was very emotional. Fans around the world thanked him for all the memories. WWE gave him a big farewell. They called him a true legend and a hero of the ring. The Undertaker's story is inspiring. He shows that with hard work, strong will, and belief, anyone can become a legend. His life is a lesson in strength, respect, and never giving up. Many students and young people can learn from his story. He didn't become famous overnight. He worked for years to build his name. He stayed true to his character and gave people something to remember forever. In this video, we will explore his life, his career, his biggest moments, and what makes him a true icon in the world of wrestling. Get ready to learn about The Undertaker, the man who became a legend. Chapter 1: Early Life and Wrestling Beginnings. The Undertaker was born as Mark William Calloway on March 24, 1965, in Houston, Texas, USA. He was the youngest of 5 brothers. His family was loving and close. From a young age, Mark was tall and strong. He liked sports and played many games with his brothers and friends. As a child, Mark loved watching action movies and wrestling shows. He liked the big characters and exciting fights. He dreamed of being strong and famous one day. In school, he played basketball and football. He was very good at sports and became a star on his school team. Many people thought he would become a professional basketball player. After school, Mark went to university. He studied and also played basketball for his college team. But deep in his heart, he wanted to do something more exciting. He wanted to entertain people and be part of the wrestling world. So, he made a big decision. He left college and began to train for wrestling. Mark started his wrestling career in 1984. At first, it was very hard. He was young and unknown. He wrestled in small places with only a few fans. He used different names like Texas Red and Mean Mark. He learned many things during this time. He learned how to fight, how to move in the ring, and how to tell a story through a match. In 1989, Mark joined a wrestling company called WCW, World Championship Wrestling. He became known as Mean Mark Callis. People started to notice him because of his size and power. He was tall, strong, and moved quickly for a big man. He had a dark and serious look that made him stand out. But even then, he was not a top star. Mark wanted to grow more. He wanted to do something special. So in 1990, he left WCW and joined WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. This was the biggest wrestling company in the world. Here, everything changed. In WWE, he got a new name, The Undertaker. He became a new character with a spooky look. He wore black clothes, gloves, and a big black hat. He walked slowly to the ring with dark music playing. Fans had never seen anything like this before. People were shocked and amazed. The Undertaker made his debut in WWE on November 22, 1990, at an event called Survivor Series. He was very impressive, and everyone started talking about him. From that day, a new star was born. His journey from a regular boy in Texas to a famous wrestler was not easy. It took hard work, practice, and belief. The Undertaker did not become a legend overnight. He started small, learned step by step, and followed his dream. This was just the beginning of a long and exciting career. The Undertaker was ready to take the wrestling world by storm. Chapter 2. Debut and Rise in WWE. The Undertaker made his WWE debut on November 22, 1990. It was a big event called Survivor Series. He was a surprise member of a team. When he walked to the ring, people were shocked. He wore a long black coat, gloves, and a black hat. His face looked cold, and he did not smile. The music was dark and slow. Fans had never seen a wrestler like him before. He looked scary, but also very cool. The Undertaker's first match was strong. He showed his power and skills. He moved fast for such a big man. He beat his opponents easily. People were amazed. Everyone started to talk about this new wrestler. From that day, The Undertaker became one of the most talked about names in WWE. After his debut, The Undertaker became more popular every week. Fans loved his style. He never showed fear. He looked like he came from another world. WWE called him the Deadman. He did not talk much, but when he did, his voice was deep and serious. His eyes were scary. He became a true superstar. In 1991, just 1 year after his debut, The Undertaker won his first WWE Championship. He defeated Hulk Hogan, one of the biggest stars in wrestling history. This was a big moment. Many fans were surprised. The Undertaker became the youngest WWE champion at that time. He proved he was not just different, he was also very strong and smart in the ring. Over the next few years, The Undertaker fought many top wrestlers. He had battles with stars like Ultimate Warrior, Yokozuna, Diesel, and Bret Hart. Each time, he showed that he could take a lot of pain and still win. His matches were full of action, drama, and emotion. Fans looked forward to his entrance and his fights. The Undertaker's rise was also helped by his manager, Paul Bearer. Paul carried a golden urn and walked with The Undertaker. He talked in a spooky voice and helped tell the story. Fans enjoyed their strange and scary team. Together, they became one of the most famous duos in WWE history. During the early 1990s, The Undertaker became known for something special. He never lost at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is the biggest WWE event each year. The Undertaker's matches at WrestleMania were exciting and full of surprises. He always won, and this became known as the Streak. The Undertaker's rise in WWE was fast and strong. He was not like other wrestlers. His look, his moves, and his story made him stand out. He became a hero to many fans. Even though he played a dark character, people respected him. This chapter of his life shows how a unique idea, hard work, and strong performance can lead to great success. The Undertaker was no longer just a new wrestler. He was now a top star in WWE, and his legend was only beginning. Chapter 3. The Deadman Persona. The Undertaker is famous for his scary and powerful character called the Deadman. This persona made him different from all other wrestlers in WWE. He looked like someone who came back from the dead. He walked slowly, wore black clothes, and had a cold face. His entrance music was slow and dark, with the sound of a bell. When the lights went out, fans knew the Undertaker was coming. The dead man was more than just a costume. It was a full character. He did not speak much, but when he did, his voice was deep and serious. He moved slowly, like a ghost. He rolled his eyes back and stared at his opponents. People were scared of him, but also excited to see him. Fans loved this character because it was so different and interesting. The Undertaker first became the Deadman in 1990, when he joined WWE. His manager, Paul Bearer, was also a strange and spooky man. Paul carried a golden urn. The urn gave power to the Undertaker. Paul often raised the urn to help him become stronger during matches. This story made fans believe that the Undertaker was not a normal man. He could not be hurt easily. He always got back up. In the ring, the Deadman used moves that matched his dark image. One of his famous moves was the chokeslam. He lifted his opponent by the neck and slammed them to the mat. Another move was the tombstone piledriver. He held his opponent upside down and dropped them headfirst. After the move, he would cross their arms and stick out his tongue. Then he would pin them. These moves became his signature. The Deadman never showed pain or fear. He would often sit up suddenly after being knocked down. This surprised his opponents and the crowd. It made him look strong and supernatural. Fans believed he could never be defeated. Even when he lost, he still looked powerful. The Deadman persona lasted for many years. Sometimes the Undertaker changed his look or story, but he always came back to being the Deadman. This character helped him stay popular for over 30 years. Young fans, old fans, and even other wrestlers respected him. The Deadman was also part of many great stories in WWE. He fought monsters, giants, and evil characters. He was sometimes scary, but he always stood for honor and respect. He became a hero in a dark costume. This chapter shows how powerful a character can be. The Deadman was not real, but fans believed in him. The Undertaker worked very hard to play the role perfectly. He stayed in character inside and outside the ring. That is why people still remember the Deadman today. The Deadman persona made the Undertaker a legend. It was more than a name. It was a symbol of strength, fear, and respect in the world of wrestling. Chapter 4: Legendary Feuds and Matches. The Undertaker had many great feuds and matches during his long career in WWE. A feud is when two wrestlers have a big fight story over time. These stories make the matches more exciting. The Undertaker's feuds were full of drama, action, and emotion. Fans loved to watch him face strong and dangerous opponents. One of The Undertaker's first big feuds was with Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was the biggest star in WWE at the time. In 1991, The Undertaker beat Hogan to win his first WWE Championship. This was a huge moment. It showed that The Undertaker was not just scary, he was also a top wrestler. Another famous feud was with Kane. Kane was shown as The Undertaker's younger brother in WWE storylines. Kane also had a dark and scary character. Their story was full of mystery and family drama. They fought in many matches, including a very famous one at WrestleMania 14. This match was full of power and emotion. Fans loved to watch the brothers fight. Sometimes they were enemies, and sometimes they were a team. The Undertaker also had a big rivalry with Mankind. Mankind was a strange and wild wrestler. Their most famous match was the Hell in a Cell match in 1998. This match became legendary. The Undertaker threw Mankind off the top of the cell. It was a very dangerous and shocking moment. Fans could not believe it. This match is still talked about today. Another important feud was with Shawn Michaels. Shawn was one of the best wrestlers in WWE. Their matches at WrestleMania 25 and 26 were some of the greatest in wrestling history. Both matches were full of action, emotion, and drama. The fans cheered loudly. The second match was even more special because it was Shawn's last match. The Undertaker won, and the two men showed great respect to each other. The Undertaker also had amazing matches with Triple H. They fought at many WrestleMania events. Their matches were long and very intense. One of their most famous matches was inside Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania 28. Shawn Michaels was the special referee. This match was called The End of an Era. It showed how much respect all three men had for each other. Another big match was with Brock Lesnar. At WrestleMania 30, Lesnar did something shocking. He ended The Undertaker's 21-match winning streak at WrestleMania. Fans were very surprised and silent. It was a sad moment for many, but it showed that anything can happen in wrestling. The Undertaker's feuds and matches helped build his legend. He always gave his best. Whether he won or lost, the fans respected him. His matches were more than just fights. They told stories and made people feel something. These legendary feuds and matches made The Undertaker one of the most famous and loved wrestlers in history. His battles in the ring will never be forgotten. Chapter 5: The Streak at WrestleMania. One of the most special parts of The Undertaker's career is the streak. This means he won 21 matches in a row at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is the biggest event in WWE every year. Many fans watch it all over the world. Winning even one match at WrestleMania is a big thing. But The Undertaker won 21 matches in a row. This made him a legend. The streak started in 1991 at WrestleMania 7. In his first WrestleMania match, The Undertaker beat Superfly Jimmy Snuka. It was a strong win, and fans started to notice him. After that, he won again and again every year. He faced many strong opponents during the streak. Some of them were legends. He beat wrestlers like Jake the Snake Roberts, Diesel, King Kong Bundy, and Big Boss Man. As the years went on, the matches became bigger and more exciting. One of the most famous matches of the streak was at WrestleMania 25. The Undertaker fought Shawn Michaels. It was an amazing match. Both men gave everything. The crowd was loud and excited. In the end, The Undertaker won. Many fans say this was the best match in WrestleMania history. They had a second match at WrestleMania 26. This time, it was even more emotional. If Shawn Michaels lost, he had to retire. They had another great match. The Undertaker won again, and Shawn said goodbye to wrestling. Fans cried and cheered. It was a moment they will never forget. Another big match was against Triple H at WrestleMania 27. They fought again at WrestleMania 28 in a Hell in a Cell match. Shawn Michaels was the special referee. The match was very hard and long. In the end, The Undertaker won again. The three men stood together after the match. The fans gave them a big cheer. It was called The End of an Era. By this time, the streak was 20-0. Fans waited every year to see who would try to break it. The Undertaker was older, but he still gave great matches. At WrestleMania 30, something shocking happened. The Undertaker faced Brock Lesnar. Many fans thought The Undertaker would win again. But in a surprise ending, Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker. The fans were silent. Everyone was shocked. The streak was over. The Undertaker's record at WrestleMania became 21-1. Even though he lost, people respected him. He had given 21 years of magic, drama, and great performances. No one else in WWE has a record like this. The streak is one of the most famous parts of WWE history. It made The Undertaker even more special. Fans will always remember the excitement of watching him at WrestleMania. The streak shows how hard work, passion, and performance can create something unforgettable. The Undertaker's name and the streak will live on forever in the hearts of wrestling fans around the world. Chapter 6: Evolution of Character Over the Years. The Undertaker is known for having one of the most unique and lasting characters in WWE. Over the years, his character changed many times. This change is called evolution. The Undertaker always stayed interesting because he knew how to grow and surprise the fans. When The Undertaker started in 1990, he was the dead man. He wore black clothes, a long coat, and a big hat. His skin looked pale, and he moved slowly like a zombie. He didn't talk much. He was scary and powerful. Fans had never seen a wrestler like him before. This dark and spooky character became very popular. In the mid-1990s, his character became even more mysterious. He had matches with monsters and strange characters. His manager, Paul Bearer, helped make the story more exciting. Paul carried a golden urn, which gave the Undertaker his power. The fans loved this supernatural story. In 1999, the Undertaker changed his look again. He became the leader of a group called the Ministry of Darkness. Now he looked even darker. He wore black robes and talked about power and fear. He did scary things in the ring. This version of the Undertaker was more evil and powerful. It was a bold change, and many fans found it exciting. In the year 2000, the Undertaker surprised everyone. He stopped being the dead man and became the American Badass. Now he wore a leather jacket, sunglasses, and a bandana. He rode a motorcycle to the ring. He talked more and acted like a tough guy from the streets. This version was very different, but it showed a new side of him. Some fans liked it, while others missed the old Undertaker. After a few years, in 2004, the Undertaker brought back the Deadman. But this time, it was a mix of the old and the new. He had the look of the Deadman, but he also talked more and used new fighting styles. This version stayed for a long time. Fans were very happy to see their favorite character return. In the later years, the Undertaker became more wise and respected. He didn't appear often, but when he did, it was special. He had long matches, deep stories, and emotional moments. His character became more about respect, strength, and history. The Undertaker's ability to change over time helped him stay popular for over 30 years. He always knew what the fans wanted. He added small changes to keep things fresh. But he always stayed true to the heart of his character. His evolution is a big reason why he is a legend. From a silent deadman to a biker, and back again, the Undertaker showed that change can be powerful. He gave fans many versions of the same great character. Each one had its own style, story, and magic. The Undertaker's journey proves that staying strong, being creative, and listening to fans can keep a character alive for a very long time. Chapter 7. Behind the Scenes and Locker Room Influence. The Undertaker is not only a legend in the ring, but he is also highly respected behind the scenes. Many wrestlers look up to him, not just for his matches, but for the way he acts backstage. In the locker room, he was a leader. He helped keep order, gave advice, and showed respect to others. Behind the scenes, the Undertaker was very different from his scary character. In real life, his name is Mark Calaway. He is kind, quiet, and professional. He took his job seriously. He always came to work on time and gave 100% in every match. Other wrestlers noticed this. They wanted to be like him. The Undertaker became known as the locker room leader. This means he helped younger wrestlers understand how to behave and improve. He taught them to work hard, respect the fans, and respect each other. If someone did something wrong, the Undertaker would speak to them. But he was always fair. He wanted the locker room to feel like a team. One way the Undertaker showed leadership was by watching matches from behind the curtain. He gave advice to new wrestlers after their match. He told them what was good and what needed to change. Many young stars say the Undertaker helped them become better performers. He also protected the secrets of wrestling. He believed that the fans should enjoy the story, not see what happens behind it. For many years, he never broke character in public. This helped keep the magic of wrestling alive. Even big stars like John Cena, Roman Reigns, and Randy Orton listened to The Undertaker. They said he was like a teacher. He taught them to stay humble, stay focused, and respect the sport. His words had power because everyone knew he had years of experience. At special events, The Undertaker would often speak to the group before the show. His words helped calm nerves and bring people together. He always wanted the best for WWE and for the fans. He also helped keep the locker room peaceful. If there was a problem between wrestlers, The Undertaker helped solve it. He did not like fights backstage. He believed everyone should act like professionals. Even when he was hurt or tired, he came to work. He showed others how to be strong. He was a role model. People listened to him because he led by example. He did not need to shout. His actions spoke louder than words. Now that he is retired, wrestlers still talk about how much he taught them. His influence is still felt in WWE today. He helped build a strong and respectful culture backstage. The Undertaker was more than just a great performer. He was a leader, a guide, and a true professional. His behind-the-scenes work helped many people and made WWE a better place. This part of his story is just as important as his matches in the ring. Chapter 8: Injuries and Comebacks. The Undertaker had a long and hard career in wrestling. He gave everything for the fans. But wrestling is not easy. It is very physical and can be dangerous. During his 30-year career, The Undertaker had many injuries. These injuries caused him a lot of pain. Still, he never gave up. He always came back stronger. That is what made him a true fighter. One of The Undertaker's first big injuries happened in the 1990s. He had problems with his back and hips. He continued to wrestle, but the pain was always there. He also hurt his shoulder and his knees. He needed surgeries many times. After surgery, he had to rest and train before coming back. In 1994, he took time off to heal after a match with Yokozuna. Fans missed him, and his return was a big moment. When The Undertaker came back, the crowd cheered loudly. This was the first of many comebacks in his career. In 1998, he had a very dangerous match with Mankind inside the Hell in a Cell cage. During the match, he threw Mankind off the top of the cell. Later, they climbed again, and the roof broke. Both men fell inside the ring. It was one of the most shocking moments in WWE history. Even The Undertaker was hurt in that match, but he kept going. He showed his toughness and heart. In the 2000s, his injuries got worse. His knees and hips gave him a lot of trouble. Sometimes, he could not walk easily. Still, he trained hard and returned to the ring again and again. Fans were always excited to see The Undertaker return. Each time, he looked stronger. In 2010, he was hurt badly by another wrestler named Kane. This was part of a story in WWE, but The Undertaker was also hurt in real life. He took time off to rest. When he came back, the fans were happy to see him again. His return at WrestleMania became a special event every year. One of the hardest moments in his career was in 2014. At WrestleMania 30, he fought Brock Lesnar. During the match, he got a concussion. He did not remember most of the match. But he still finished it. This match ended his 21-0 WrestleMania winning streak. Fans were shocked. After the match, he was taken to the hospital. Everyone was worried, but he recovered. Even in his later years, The Undertaker kept coming back. He fought against younger stars and still gave strong performances. Every time people thought he was done, he returned one more time. His final match was in 2020. After many injuries and comebacks, he finally said goodbye. Fans respected him for his strength, courage, and love for wrestling. The Undertaker's story teaches us not to give up. Even when things are hard, we can keep going. His comebacks showed his heart, and that is why he is a true legend in WWE. Chapter 9: Retirement and Final Farewell. The Undertaker had a long and amazing career in WWE. He gave more than 30 years to the sport of wrestling. But like all great journeys, his journey also had to end. After many matches, injuries, and comebacks, The Undertaker finally decided to retire. His retirement was emotional and full of respect from fans and other wrestlers. In 2020, The Undertaker announced his retirement in a special show called The Last Ride. This show was about his life, career, injuries, and thoughts. For the first time, fans saw the real man behind the character. His real name is Mark Calaway. He shared his feelings and said it was time to rest. He felt he had done everything he could in WWE. Many fans were sad, but they also understood. The Undertaker had given them so many great memories. He had nothing more to prove. He had fought legends, won titles, and built a legacy that would never be forgotten. His final match was in 2020 at an event called WrestleMania 36. The match was against AJ Styles. It was called a Boneyard match. This match was not in a ring but in a special movie-style setting. It had action, drama, and a dark story. The Undertaker looked strong and powerful one last time. He won the match and rode away on his motorcycle. It was the perfect ending to his career. Later that year, WWE gave him a special farewell at an event called Survivor Series. This was the same event where he made his debut 30 years ago. The ring was dark. There were blue lights and the sound of the famous bell. The Undertaker walked to the ring in full costume. Many old WWE stars came to honor him. It was a night full of memories and respect. In the ring, he said a few words. "My time has come to let the Undertaker rest in peace." Then he did his famous pose and slowly disappeared into the darkness. It was a powerful moment that made many fans cry. The Undertaker's retirement was not just the end of a career. It was the end of an era. He had been the heart of WWE for many years. No other wrestler had a story like his. His character, his matches, and his loyalty made him special. Even after retiring, The Undertaker continues to inspire people. He teaches young wrestlers and talks about his life. Fans still cheer for him, and many call him the greatest of all time. His final farewell was full of love, honor, and peace. He left the ring, but he will always live in the hearts of fans. The dead man is gone, but his legend will never die. This chapter marks the end of The Undertaker's in-ring story, a story of strength, respect, and greatness. Chapter 10: Legacy and Impact on Wrestling. The Undertaker is one of the most famous and respected wrestlers in history. His legacy is very big. A legacy is what a person leaves behind after their work is done. The Undertaker's legacy is full of success, respect, and love from fans around the world. He changed wrestling forever, and many people still look up to him today. For over 30 years, The Undertaker gave his heart to wrestling. He played his character with full dedication. Whether he was the dead man or the American badass, he always gave his best. He made every entrance, every match, and every story feel special. Fans came to shows just to see him. His impact is not only from his matches but also from his attitude. He worked hard, showed respect, and helped others. He was never rude or selfish. He taught younger wrestlers how to act like professionals. Many top stars today say they learned from The Undertaker. They listened to his advice and followed his example. The Undertaker also showed the power of storytelling in wrestling. His character was not just about winning matches. It was about fear, mystery, and strength. He created a world where fans could believe in something different. His long WrestleMania streak made him even more special. Every year, fans waited to see who he would face. The story became bigger than just a match. His matches are still watched today by new fans. Great battles with wrestlers like Shawn Michaels, Kane, Triple H, and Mankind are remembered as some of the best in WWE history. These matches had emotion, action, and drama. They showed that wrestling is more than fighting. It is also about telling a story and connecting with the crowd. The Undertaker's name is known all over the world. He became a symbol of WWE. People who don't even watch wrestling know who he is. That shows how big his impact is. His look, his music, and his style will always be remembered. In 2022, The Undertaker was given the biggest honor in wrestling. He was placed in the WWE Hall of Fame. This is a special award for wrestlers who have done great things in their careers. During the ceremony, many fans and wrestlers thanked him. The crowd cheered for a long time. It was a moment of love and respect. Even though he is retired, The Undertaker's legacy continues. He sometimes speaks to fans and young wrestlers. He shares his story and lessons. He shows that being great means working hard and staying true to yourself. The Undertaker's impact will never fade. He gave fans memories that will last forever. His journey is a lesson in strength, respect, and passion. He may have said goodbye to the ring, but his name will live on forever. The Undertaker is, and always will be, a legend in the world of wrestling. Vocabularies. 1. Debut. The first time someone performs or appears in public. 2. Persona. The character or image a person shows to others. 3. Feud. A long and serious fight between two people or groups. 4. Legacy. What someone is remembered for after their work is finished. 5. Comeback. When someone returns after being away, especially after trouble or injury. 6. Injury. Harm or damage to the body. 7. Farewell. A way to say goodbye. 8. Respect. A feeling of admiration for someone because of their good qualities. 9. Character. The role a person plays in a story or performance. 10. Streak. A series of wins or events that happen without stopping. Quiz questions. 1. What is the real name of The Undertaker? 2. At which WWE event did The Undertaker make his debut in 1990? 3. What was the name of The Undertaker's spooky character? 4. Who did The Undertaker have a famous Hell in a Cell match with in 1998? 5. How many matches did The Undertaker win in a row at WrestleMania? 6. What was the name of The Undertaker's biker character in the early 2000s? 7. What was The Undertaker known as behind the scenes in the locker room? 8. Who ended The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak? 9. In what year did The Undertaker have his final match? 10. In which year was The Undertaker added to the WWE Hall of Fame? Thank you so much for listening. We hope you enjoyed learning with us. If you like this content, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends and family. Your support helps us grow and bring you more inspiring stories and easy English learning content. Do you have a topic you'd like us to cover in our next video? Maybe a famous person, an invention, or a country? Let us know in the comments or messages. We'd love to hear your ideas. You can find answers in the description. Thanks again, and keep learning with us. See you in the next video.